Hello, English learners. Welcome to another advanced lesson from English Pod. My name is Maria.
And I'm Marco.
In today's episode, we're going to analyze a workplace conversation between a boss and an employee. Marco, are you ready?
Absolutely, Maria. Today we'll take a look at a professional discussion in a work environment. In this conversation, Alex, an employee, requests a salary increase, and Mark, his boss, responds to the request.
And we'll listen to how one should communicate in such a situation. All right, let's see what happens.
Alex, have a seat. You mentioned that you wanted to discuss something important?
Yes, Mark. Thanks for your time. Actually, I wanted to talk about my salary increase. I feel that given my recent performance on projects and my responsibilities, it's time for a review.
I see. But let me ask you, what factors do you think justify this salary increase from the company's perspective?
Well, over the past 6 months, I've worked on 3 major projects, each of which has brought significant revenue to the company. On top of that, I've consistently gone beyond my expected duties, even taking on extra tasks to support the team.
That's true, and I do appreciate your hard work. However, as you know, salary increases are usually reviewed based on company policies and the annual budget. Right now, this may not be the best timing for such a request.
I understand the importance of company policies, but if we look at this logically, the value I've added to the team and projects has gone beyond a typical employee's responsibilities. Maybe we can find a solution that's fair for both me and the company.
All right, what do you suggest?
If a salary increase isn't possible at this moment, perhaps we could consider a performance-based bonus or establish a clear path for promotion in the coming months. We could even create an incentive plan where, based on my performance over the next 3 months, we revisit this discussion with new options.
That sounds reasonable. Let me discuss this with the HR team and see what options we have for you. What's important to me is that you continue working with the same motivation and high standards.
Of course, I've always aimed to deliver my best work. I really appreciate you taking this request into consideration.
I'm glad to have employees like you on the team, Alex. I'll get back to you once I have more information.
All right, let's break down some key phrases from this conversation. First sentence.
I wanted to talk about my salary increase. I feel that with my recent performance and responsibilities, it's time for a review.
This sentence is really important because in a professional conversation, instead of making a direct request, you should provide reasons to justify it.
Exactly. Especially using the phrase, I feel that, makes the request sound polite and opens up room for negotiation. Second sentence.
I appreciate your hard work. However, salary increases are reviewed based on company policies and annual budgets.
The boss's response was very diplomatic and formal. He didn't say no, but he explained that salary increases depend on other factors.
Right. Using phrases like, I appreciate your hard work, before giving a response makes the conversation sound friendly and professional. Third sentence.
I understand the company's policies, but considering my contributions, maybe we can find a middle ground, like a performance bonus.
This is great. Instead of getting discouraged, Alex offered a solution.
Yes, and an important detail is his use of, maybe we can find a middle ground. This means, let's find a compromise. It's a strong negotiation technique. Fourth sentence.
That sounds reasonable. Let me check with HR and see what options we have.
Instead of rejecting the request outright, the boss said he would check. This is a great managerial technique that shows the company values its employees.
Exactly. And the phrase, that sounds reasonable, signals that Alex's proposal makes sense. In workplace negotiations, if you agree with someone's suggestion, you can use this phrase.
So, Marco, how can listeners apply these sentences in their own conversations?
I'd recommend practicing these phrases multiple times and trying to use them in a role-play conversation.
That sounds great. Friends, make sure to practice these phrases. Thanks for joining us today, and see you in the next episode.
Goodbye.